Hey everybody, what's going on? Revolution Hell Cowboy here, and this right here is going to be my WWE WrestleMania 30 review. Just a follow up to my predictions video I posted earlier tonight. It's very late, so let me turn something down real quick. So please pardon any background noise. I'm kind of one of the few people awake in my house right now, so I'm trying not to be too loud while I'm doing this, but maybe I just want me to do it now instead of have to wait till, later on in the day when I'm up to do the video. But so yeah, I thought I'd just do a little review of each match that I had predicted a winner for, which I predicted only 7 matches. Keep in mind there was 8, but one of them, because it was a kind of a wild card match that anyone could win, I didn't pick a winner for it, but since I would have been way off if I did, because the guy who won one of the matches was not even in the match originally. At least I don't think he was. But anyways, of all my predictions, I believe I got, of the 7 I did predict, I got 5 of them right, which the 2 I got wrong were, well, one of them was a major upset, which probably has the entire internet as of now buzzing since it happened, and there'll be more buzzing probably over the weeks, months, hell, even years to come, because, well, it was very unexpected, and because of who did it, well, everyone was angry, so if you know what I'm talking about, well, yeah, I'll get to that eventually. So, like my predictions video, I have a list of everybody who won, and I'll tell you who of course, you can go back and watch predictions video to see who I predicted to win, so I'll probably mention that. And don't expect maybe reviews of the matches themselves, because I didn't watch the pay-per-view. I was actually busy doing something, so I couldn't really get around to watch WrestleMania. Yeah, I mean, it was on WWE Network. I don't have Network right now, despite the fact that it's $10 a month. Yeah, how can I pass on that? That's cheap compared to buying a $60 pay-per-view. Well, I haven't got around to doing that yet, and I will eventually. So maybe by next year WrestleMania, I actually will watch it. Okay, so first match was, the Usos defending the WWE Tag Titles in a pre-show match, Fatal 4-Way, with the Real Americans, Los Matadors, and Ryback. I predicted the Usos would win, and, well, they did, and honestly, maybe the Real Americans could have won the match, but honestly, I'm glad the Usos won, because if Ryback had won, it wouldn't have really done much for them. I don't think there's much you can do for Kurt, Axel, or Ryback right now, and Los Matadors, maybe when they were Primo and Epico, they were good tag champions, but as Los Matadors, they're nothing more than just a gimmick, kind of a joke team. Okay, in the second match, of course, this was probably one of the most important matches on the card. It would have affected tonight's main event if it went the wrong way. Daniel Bryan defeated Triple H. I predicted Daniel Bryan would win, and thank God I did. Despite the fact that I heard that there was a post-match beatdown, which could have almost put the main event, in jeopardy if, say, Daniel Bryan wasn't able to appear thanks to Triple H beat him down and Daniel Bryan got stretchered out. Next match was Shield versus Kane and New Age Outlaws, which thankfully the Shield won, and that's what I predicted. So hey, right here I'm 3 for 3 on my predictions of the 7 matches that I predicted winners of. I mean, really, come on. Kane and the New Age Outlaws have nothing else to prove. They have nothing to gain, You got some guys who are in their 40s. I mean, their time is pretty much running out. Kane being the director of operations, New Age Outlaws are just there on a part-time basis. The Shields are the young guns, and hey, they need this win. So, 2-0 for the Shield. Maybe the beginning of a new streak. Yeah, it might be a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure by now everybody's probably know what I'm talking about eventually when we get to it. Now, number 4, well, this one's the one of the matches I didn't predict because I mentioned in my predictions video, anyone could win this. Including somebody I didn't think was going to be in the match because he had a match earlier in the evening, the, Fatal 4-Way Tag Team, match on the pre-show. And that man is Cesaro. Which, hey, I have the problem with Cesaro. I think he's actually a good guy. He's probably one of the most athletic guys in the WWE right now. From his big swing to his uppercut to the neutralizer. Hell, tell you that little thing he does where he, kind of does this with his neck. I can't do that, but man, that guy's a beast. Not the kind of beast that, so I'm going to get to here pretty soon that everybody's angry at, but yeah, Cesaro, man, I mean, good to see him win the Battle Royal. I think that's a major boost for his career, and, I mentioned in my predictions video, I thought maybe there'd be a possible swerve the pre-show with maybe Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter turn their back on Cesaro, so it probably can still happen. We'll see what happens, how much longer the Real Americans will be together. Okay, match 5. One of my predictions that, I didn't get right, but unlike the one I'm going to eventually get to, it doesn't bother me as much, even though it does kind of suck. It's John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. John Cena won, which, of course, old Super Cena with his 4 moves, or how many he had to pay-per-view. Go with the kids, they'll say, oh, he did more 4 moves. No, but, I would have liked it if John Cena didn't win, if it was Bray Wyatt that won, because obviously Bray Wyatt, he's very over with the fans, him and the other members of the Wyatt family of, Harper and Rowan. I mean, obviously, this would have been Bray Wyatt's WrestleMania moment, but I'm pretty sure he put on a good match. I mean, guys grab the mic. That move he does where he's in the corner and he just goes upside down before doing the Sister Abigail. I mean, he could have won, but obviously, of course, John Cena win. It doesn't bug me as much. What does Cena have left to prove? He's pretty much done it all, except for one thing he could have done, and well, ironically, that's the next thing I talk about. Probably the biggest upset in the history of WrestleMania. Hell, in the history of wrestling. Brock Lesnar defeats The Undertaker to end the streak. Let that sit in for a moment for those of you who maybe didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah, for those of you who have been following online, didn't watch WrestleMania, whether it be on pay-per-view or on the network, or an illegal stream, which I don't know why you want to do it illegally when you can get on the WWE network. Let me just tell you, that's going to be something that people are going to talk about for years and years and years to come. And people are mad. Why was it Lesnar? Why not Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kane? People who have went against Taker in the past and were unsuccessful and came close. CM Punk from last year. Hell, even possible future opponents like John Cena. Taker and Cena maybe had one match before Taker went back to be the Phenom and all that. Back when Taker was still American Bass, I don't know if there was any matches with Taker and Cena after that. There might have been, but not at WrestleMania, obviously. Hell, even Sting was a possibility. That if since Sting had not signed the company this year, that if he was going to be with the company for next year, that would have been Taker, Sting, WrestleMania 31, and maybe Sting could have been the streak, or the streak would have kept going, but this was just another payday for Lesnar. I've said that everywhere I'm at, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere else I've mentioned this, that, yeah, Lesnar, everybody knows he's just here just to, do the pay-per-views like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, whatever pay-per-views he wants to do, and, man, it sucks. I'm not going to go into a big fit of rage. I mean, I know a lot of people who are pissed off, including some people I know personally on Facebook or here on YouTube, DeviantArt, wherever I know you guys at, I know you all are ticked off, and I don't blame you. It sucks. Personally, it's not the thing that really ticks me off the most, and I'll get that towards the end of the video. A prediction that wasn't so much a match, more of a something that I personally wanted to happen. So just it sucks. What can you do? Okay, this match. I don't know how this match followed. The Brock Lesnar Undertaker match. Probably something to get the fans' attention off the probably, like I said, the biggest upset ever. Which obviously the fans probably much could care less about this match anyway. They probably were still stunned from what had happened. But you want to talk about train wrecks? The Vicky Guerrero Divas Invitational for the Divas Championship. I predicted AJ would win, or possibility that Tamina would win, which obviously I think AJ would have won anyway. Whether Tamina would have done something to turn it back on or not, but I mean, honestly, that match could have gone anyway, like the Cesaro Battle Royal. But since it was one fall to the finish, I just saw AJ win. I mean, I think at every WrestleMania since Trish and Lita, both Hall of Famers have retired, that the Divas matches have all been throwaways anyway. I mean, other than maybe one that Trish appeared in, like, what was it, WrestleMania 27? I mean, that was an okay Divas match, but it was also kind of a mixed tag, because, John Morrison and Dolph Ziggler were in that match too, but that's no keep gonna go off topic there, but, yeah, Divas matches, honestly, yeah, you can't expect much of the Divas. I mean, they're not as important as the male superstars. I mean, days of China and Sable, and like I said, Leo Trish, those days are over. So, okay, now let's move on to the main event. And like I said, the Triple H Daniel Bryan match was very important in the beginning. And despite the beatdown, Daniel Bryan made it to the end. And all I have to say is, yes, yes, yes. Because Daniel Bryan won, of course, that was a prediction that had to come right. It had to be. If Daniel Bryan didn't win, well, I'm going to say this. Of the two people that I would want to win if Bryan wasn't going to be in the match, I would have chose Orton. Yeah, Randy Orton, he's kind of boring. He's played out. No one really likes him. But of the two, I think people wouldn't have been as mad just because Randy Orton at least has been the company, since 2002. Other than being injured, he has not left. And I think while people would be mad that Bryan didn't win, I think maybe more people could accept Orton winning. But if it wasn't already bad enough that Brock Lesnar had won, imagine what would have happened in New Orleans if Batista won the match. Yeah, if you thought people were mad at the Royal Rumble at Batista winning, oh God, remember the days? And I don't know, you younger fans may not know, but a lot of fans who are my age and older, you all might remember the days back when fans would throw stuff in the ring. Remember the days of WrestleMania Nitro when the NWO would do stuff and how about the Finger Puff of Doom? Remember that? And how fans were just throwing shit in the ring. That would have happened. I guarantee it. People would have thrown everything they could at Batista, Triple H, even Stephanie. It doesn't matter. That would have been pretty much the nail in the coffin of what we all call WWE. If anyone even watches Raw the next night, probably get the biggest chorus of boos ever that will probably be heard all over the world. But that didn't happen, thankfully. Thankfully, Daniel Bryan won. It was a well-deserved win, especially after he had been screwed over at SummerSlam after winning the title, and then, back when just the WWE title was by itself and the world title was separate from it. And, Orton had cashed in the Money in the Bank. And then Night of Champions when Bryan won again, but it was a suspicious win thanks to the ref, who was, I believe, the ref in this match. So, well-deserved win. Definitely happy. I know everybody's happy. Yeah, the Undertaker, loss still hurts the pay-per-view. Personally, though, that's the thing that does make me really not as disappointed. The thing that still gets me mad to this day, since it happened at the Rumble, was CM Punk walking out, and I don't know who to really be mad at, to be honest. Because everybody says, oh, Punk's done, he walked out, he wants to take time off. I can't even speak. But I'm still disappointed Punk didn't show up, and I don't know if WWE and Punk can come up with a new deal or anything, or I don't know. I just don't know. I'm a CM Punk fan. Y'all should know that by now. I love CM Punk. Hopefully he'll come back. He needs that one last match before he does decide to retire. And I was hoping maybe some involvement in WrestleMania, maybe in the main event. Maybe could have got involved with the Shield and Kane New Age Outlaws. Could have got involved with Taker and Lesnar for all I care. But it didn't happen, unfortunately, so right now, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Punk returns eventually. Maybe not most likely on Raw, this coming Monday night as I'm, this already after midnight as I'm doing this video. But, yeah. So if I did have to rate this show, I'm probably going to say this show is not going to rank very high. And only because Daniel Bryan saved it. I'm going to probably give this show a 6.5. Giving it a 7 would be too generous. Hell, this show almost got a 5 for me if Daniel Bryan didn't win. Maybe even a 4, 3. The only things I could say there in Daniel Bryan's win is maybe Cesaro winning the Battle Royal, the Shield winning their match. Any of those were maybe, pay-per-view savers, I guess. But the streak being ended probably is what maybe kept this from maybe getting an 8 or 9. And then you're not having CM Punk show up also kind of hurt the show, but once again, that could be more Punk's fault than WWE's fault. So now I guess we'll have to see in the months to come what's going to go on, and what's this also mean for Taker? Will Taker be back since the streak is over? Taker has never lost at WrestleMania. He's lost at every other pay-per-view. One lost, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, you name it. But WrestleMania, that was his yard. He never lost. And being from the city of Wichita, here in the great state of Kansas, I already know what it's like to see a streak end when I saw Wichita State lose Kentucky. Yeah, if you don't follow college basketball, you don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll tell you, that streak is also a streak that will probably never be repeated for a long time. 35, virtually 31-0. Some of that Sally even Taker won't get to. But that's another story for another time. And obviously somebody else is playing for that style. Okay, I'm sorry I got off wrestling, but I thought I'd just make a little bit of a, well, you know, I guess a little relation between Taker's loss and WSU. But anyways, those are my thoughts. Gonna throw this ball out. Throw this. So, other than this, is Cesaro won the Battle Royal. Since I didn't predict that, out of the 7 matches, 5 out of 7 is not bad. Oh, shut the camera. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, not bad. Still could have a better pay-per-view. And I guess, I don't know, we'll just have to see what happens on Raw Monday night. Anyways, guys, I want your guys' thoughts. Let me know how you felt about the show, especially Taker's loss. And would you have liked to see CM Punk? And what would you have done if Batista would have won? I mean, what would you have done? Would you quit watching WWE or what? I mean, 'cause there's a lot of people right now, even after Taker losing her, said they're done. That they don't care if Bryan won tonight, that they're done with WWE. So, I guess we'll have to see what this does for Raw Monday night. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, rock on.